if you're a pickleball fan of any level, super addict all just getting to know these pro players, you don't want to miss a match, especially a day like we're having today. So just subscribe. And if you subscribe, we got prizes.
Yeah, really an easy decision. You don't miss all this great pickleball. We're seeing it change before our eyes every single week, plus an opportunity for prizes. Support the PPA Tour. Get in there and subscribe.
Yeah, and one of the prizes is a grounds pass for an upcoming event, and all these players have been playing for themselves or their partners, but it's back to jerseys and partnerships and team at Major League Pickleball. We were in Daytona, fly over to Austin, fly back to Daytona. So we'll have that going on. Then, hello, Utah. Selkirk Red Rocks, sunken down in, really fun place. Doubles only out in Newport Beach. If you're going to go to the right coast, you got to go to the left coast. That's brought to you by Vizzy. And then we had a great experience, the biggest tournament in North Carolina history last year. That QR code will get you the full year. So get your tickets if you live in that area and you're a pickleball player. Play where the pros play. Go and sign up.
We've got so many great stops all over the country. What so many people do is they'll just plan an entire vacation around playing a tournament. So they'll play, they'll compete, then they'll enjoy maybe going hiking in those Red Rocks or wherever. There's plenty of stuff to do. And come check us out in person if you can.
Yeah, we'd love to have you, and we appreciate the bundled up crowd here. It's getting warmer, and it's the level of the weather is just going to keep improving. Now, the ball is going to play fast, though, all day. We're not getting to 80. We're not getting anywhere near 80 degrees. And you can see Annalie Waters and Ben Johns talking off screen, and you can see Anna Bright's carrying a couple balls back, and she and James Ignatowich are having a conversation again. If you are new to that partnership, they are partners both on the court and off the court, and that off the court actually made a change to Anna Bright's plans for the year. She was going to play with Riley Newman. It was just too hard for her to play against James Ignatowich, and said, I just can't do it, Riley. So these two are together, and my goodness, is it ever working out. Anna Bright to serve. Let's play pickleball. And Ben Johns, just absolute hammer time.
Yeah, full swing there, and no problem putting that one away.
And Ben slides in front of Annalie there.
And I'm really interested, Dave, to see how Annalie Waters plays this match. Normally, as a team, they have such a huge advantage in hands battles against their opponents. In this match, not going to be so obvious. Ignatowich and Anna Bright are both very tough to attack.
Second serve.
Anna Bright looks at where that ball might have landed had she let it go. Not sure.
Second guessing herself a little bit. Would have been very close, I think.
0-0-2.
And that's a beautiful ball down the line. That's going to keep James Ignatowich honest over there, and his feet are going to keep moving no matter what. What a get from Anna Bright, my goodness. And Ben's like, all right, I'll just win this point on the other side instead.
Yeah, and that I think is going to be the toughest pattern, is Ignatowich dinking cross with Ben. He's going to have to really make sure he gets that ball down with as far as Ben Johns is comfortable leaning in like that.
You are not allowed to have both players on your team touch the ball there. It did happen. If it had gone in, that would have been a no-no.
No set spike.
No volleyball. And the other thing for the ladies here is they were just full stomp on the pedal pickleball, and now they aren't the most aggressive player on their team necessarily now, so they got to ease into a different style.
Yeah, that's the usual kind of progression or adjustment females need to make from women's to mixed, is work the point a little longer, really wait for your opportunity to attack rather than just fire every single time.
And there you see Ignatowich left a dink a little high, and that started off that problem, and it is 4-0. Make it 5. Timeout could be coming. They're going to play through here.
5-0-2.
And Anna Lee Waters just comes flying in there and then goes inside out for the finish.
Yeah, and I know that Anna Bright's playing fine, and she's really trying to stay in that pattern with Anna Lee. I just think against this team, she's going to have to vary, keeping Ben Johns honest, dinking back behind him just enough to get Ignatowich, her partner, involved more on his own terms here.
There's a great attack from Anna Bright there. Again, using what worked so well in the women's doubles match. If that ball bounces up even a little bit, firing away.
Yeah, certainly another way to keep Johns honest is the occasional attack right at him there.
Point.
And they are on the board. Again, Bright and Ignatowich beat Lucy Kovalova and Matt Wright and Georgia and J.W. Johnson to get here. That is an impressive run.
Second serve.
And they both have a gold medal in mixed this year, but not with each other. Anna Bright with Riley. James Ignatowich with Catherine Parento. And that one will not get all the way over there. And Bright tries to sneak it down the line, but gets Ernied.
Yeah, and that's the risk that you take. If you see that Johns is too close to the line, he's going to be able to jump the kitchen. You're really looking to dink behind him when he's more in the middle of the court.
And the Ben Johns sighting on the right does not end well for these two after the wild poach from Anna Lee Waters in the middle of that rally. Ooh, and Ignatowich got on top of the first one, but not the second one. And Waters and Bright hit more dinks in that rally than they did the entire women's doubles match.
Yes, they did. I like how they moved the ball around. Didn't win the point, but I feel like they put themselves in a good opportunity there.
Side out.
There's that run around forehand there. Pulls it a little wide, but 7-1 for Waters and Johns. Again, best 3 out of 5 if you're just joining us. And there's the athleticism of James Ignatowich.
Yeah, he leaped from pretty far away there, Dave. Obviously a taller young man, and like you said, has plenty of spring in his step, as we saw there.
And Ignatowich ran out of real estate to defend there. Nice angle from Johns.
Yeah, he read the hips of Johns, figured he was going to go short angle, but yeah, just didn't have enough room.
Side out.
You hear the voice of Ignatowich there saying, come on, make it. So they get
7-2-1.
but one there.
Let.
That does just catch the line off the tape there. We'll reserve.
Second serve.
I think they're playing that in.
Yeah, it looked in
right
to
on
me,
the line.
Yeah, probably normally not a bad leave by Waters, but was able to keep that one in the court from Anna Bright.
And that's a great inside out from Anna Leigh Waters to keep Ignatowich out of the middle, and it is 8-2.
8-2-2.
Oh, and after all that digging, Anna Leigh Waters blasts one, but it clips the tape.
Yeah, they had to play great defense to earn the right to move forward and potentially take an offensive swing, but Waters got a little unlucky with the tape there.
That's a great ball from Ignatowich there. He won singles a few weeks ago in Minnesota. See that forehand right there.
Yeah, realize that Johns was still moving, tougher to clock a counter if your base isn't set. Nice recognition there from Ignatowich.
That's a gorgeous combination from Ignatowich right there.
Yeah, I like that he's getting more aggressive, not waiting for perfect opportunities, but neutral situations to be able to speed up and use his fast hands.
Anna Leigh said, go ahead and speed it up again, buddy.
She said, I can clock a counter attack myself, but you see how almost every time that Bright dinks behind Johns, that he often takes that next ball cross court and gives Ignatowich a neutral ball that he can potentially choose to be aggressive on, Dave.
8-4-1. Point.
Just wide on the punch volley there. 9-4, Waters and Johns. Oh, and after a reset clinic, a big swing from the transition area there for Anna Leigh Waters catches the net.
And I love how Ignatowich just owned the middle. He even came in front of his partner there, in control of the point. I love how he was aggressive with his court positioning as well.
Point.
And we are at game point here for Waters and Johns. Just immense pressure they are putting on Bright and Ignatowich. Oh, and it crawls over, so we will play on.
Little good fortune there from Bright and Ignatowich. Let's see if they can make a run here.
Nice job of switching the paddle from the backhand to the forehand there, and no panic in that swing.
Yeah, the net's giving him a little bit of help again. It's always nice when the ball sits right up into your strike zone for a counterattack.
5-10-1.
One barely bloops over, and then that, you know, can it go 3 for 3? We'll see. And James Ignatowich on top of that, and they're jumping around.
Yeah, and when you come that far over, you can attack back behind Johns because the counterattack will likely go right back to where you're at in the middle.
Second serve.
And a lot of discussion about making it with James and James over there.
That's his inner monologue for you, Dave. Just, you know, make your shots. Keep it simple.
Yeah,
don't miss.
It's good coaching. And there's a miss from Ben Johns, and it is now 7-10-2. And Anna Leigh Waters has seen enough, and that means, Ben, you have to go to the, you don't have to go to the bench, but it is timeout for your entire squad here. So nice rally here from Bright and Ignatowich. They saved a game point and still have the ball. Officiating crew for this match, Onisha Smith's your lead ref, James Otto supporting Diane Anderson tracking, and if we go to video, which we haven't all day, Mike McSpadden ready to roll. And an awkward little push in the middle of that where the left hand wasn't quite where he wanted it on the paddle.
He's gotten so good at covering all the spots on his body. Even if it doesn't always look pretty, he's making it work when he gets jammed there.
And we are at 8-10. And just can't quite get that one back. So they saved a game point at 10-4. Now Waters and Johns, if they need it, will have 2 more chances. And they will need that second chance at 10-8 as Johns comes up short.
10-8-2.
This seems really important. Oh, and 2 missed thirds from Ben Johns. So the positivity rolling through Bright and Ignatowich. Here we go.
Second serve.
And this is an example, Dave, like I talked about, when they show you that they're not playing their A+ game, maybe their A- game, they're leaving the window open, important to capitalize now.
And Anna Bright pulls the trigger but does not make it, so they can do no damage of their own. 4th game point for Waters and Johns. And Ben Johns comes flying across in front of Anna Leigh Waters and splits the uprights, and despite having a big lead, they were on point at the end, but man, did they get pushed.
Yeah, if you're fans of Bright and Ignatowich, you really like what you saw towards the end of game 1. Even though they lost that, I think they found some patterns that might work for them throughout this match.
So can Bright and Ignatowich stop that and keep their late game 1 run going? We'll see in game number 2. So there you have the winners of game 1. They were in total control. They had a game point at 10-4, and that would have been a different type of momentum going into game 2. It ends up being 11-8, and now Bright and Ignatowich have just a little jump in their step and some confidence.
Yeah, again, Dave, for these high-level matches, it's not just ability. Everybody on the court has a ton of talent, but it's finding the tempo, finding the right pattern, or maybe you can start to find some chinks in the armor of your opponents.
And Ben Johns waves the Cobra and then goes outside hip of James Ignatowich. Anna Bright smacks that right back at Ben Johns.
Yeah, we talked about hand for hands. They can go toe-to-toe with these guys and put it on display there from Anna Bright.
Side out.
Heard Anna Bright say don't miss it, though, and then an apology.
And she tried a couple of those, and Dave, I really don't mind the play. You'd rather make Ben have to beat you with a volley, but she's going to need to do that a certain amount, and I like how she's changed her tactics after the first half or so of this match.
And you want to talk about lively finish. My goodness, James Ignatowich hammered that one. Anna Bright makes an unbelievable first volley and then still has the athleticism to get over there with a gorgeous ATP.
Yeah, you always like it when the net opens up the angle for you, gives you just a little bit more time. She took advantage there.
Second serve.
I like the play. Even though it didn't work out, I think that Ignatowich is going to have to take his chances when he has a neutral ball of speeding up at Waters and hope that his hands are just a little faster.
Side out.
Little off balance for Anna Bright there on the reset.
1-1.
And gorgeous hands from James Ignatowich, and he comes into this match at a disadvantage because the other three people on the court have already played.
Yeah, he comes in a little bit more, but he's warmed up now, Dave, and playing great.
And there's the forehand BBs that Federico Staksrud saw earlier today in the singles from Ben Johns as he took that title. Oh, and okay, everybody, folks at home, look at that. The best two players in the world can't communicate on a ball down the middle either.
You don't see that happen often for them, but Bright and Ignatowich will happily take that.
Second serve.
That's a great volley from Ben Johns to keep that in a safe position.
1-2. Side out.
Well, something tells me Ben Johns did pretty good in geometry class. He seems to understand the angles and exactly how to stay in control of the point once he gets himself in the middle.
Point.
We got a Maryland Terrapin in Johns, a Vandy Commodore in Ignatowich, a Cal Bear in Anna Bright, and a 16-year-old in Annalie Waters.
Second serve.
Yeah, just a prodigy that needs no university.
No,
at least at
pickleball
the
university.
2-1-2.
Probably not going to make the tournament in basketball, though. Just catches the back line there. Good volley from Bright.
1-2-1.
And the first bird of the day, Ben Johns, comes flying in front of Annalie Waters, and hello, Sesame Street.
Yeah, just a blue streak sliding across the court.
And now right down Broadway. Explain what a bird is for people new to that term.
Yeah, so when you're jumping actually in front of your partner, you're actually cross court from the action. You jump in front of your partner, cross court, and take the ball out of the air. High-level athletes only, folks, on that one.
Yes, only do that at home if you have a 10-foot broad jump in your ability set. And that's just unlucky there off the tape. Real good positivity, though. You can hear it from Bright and Ignatowich.
Yeah, they're staying together out there. It's good to see.
That's a great handle of the ball before that by Ignatowich.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Annalie Waters so good at varying her attack speeds, locations. But I mentioned Ignatowich is one of the best at covering all the spots on his body. He has variety with how he counterpunches that'll be more challenging for Annalie Waters than against most people that she lines up with.
Oh, and we get the full pirouette from Anna Bright there after a really well-constructed point by those two. Just missed that one.
Yeah, she's frustrated. She missed a dink. Played a good point up to that point, but again, it just takes a lot of good shots to win kitchen points here.
And this guy is smoking balls that are up in his eyes. Great shot from Ignatowich there.
Yeah,
really good drop.
Yeah, already had maybe the most, certainly close to the most power in pickleball. This tournament is now using the 002, so giving himself even a little bit more power with the paddle choice.
Warning all players on the other side of the net, there's more heat.
He's pushing the envelope.
So 3-2 here in game 2 again. Best of 5 on Championship Sunday in doubles. And there's a beautiful cross-court attack from Annalie Waters.
Yeah, we talked about it in the women's match. If you are going to attack either of these ladies right into the body is a good choice. Great execution there from Waters.
Ignatowich returns the favor with his own cross-court attack.
Yeah, always been known as a predominantly two-handed player on the backhand side, but over the last few months has really started using that one hand on counter punches as well as the flick like we saw there.
Annalie loves to track that down. I think I heard Anna Bright say timeout, and they are going to take timeout on offense here. So the lead is 4-2 for Waters and Johns, and Ignatowich and Bright are going to talk about what are we going to do with the ball here. Idea is to keep it for a while. Welcome back, everybody. Dave Fleming here with my man Kyle McKenzie, and been treated to a great display of pickleball here in this mixed doubles match. Bright and Ignatowich at just down 2 took a timeout just to get their offense set. And now they're feeling really smart.
Well, I really like the adjustment from Ignatowich. We talked about his need to be aggressive. He was trying to drive every third early in this match, even when it wasn't there. He's playing more disciplined, patient when he has to, aggressive when he needs to be.
Second serve.
Anna Bright can't get that back. We've also been returning to Ignatowich to keep him off the net. And he goes for the big serve and catches the net. Both he and Johns have brought that over from their singles. They've been hammering serves and doubles.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, again. They had both paddles there, and then they both pulled them out of there.
And Anna Bright puts her hands up in the air victoriously. Yes. She'll take that one.
And we saw Wright and Newman celebrating net cords like that yesterday.
Point.
Just wide there. Couldn't get all the way home. And not only are you on the run, but then you got to deaden it in the kitchen.
Yeah, I'd like to see Bright put a little more height on her return just to give herself a little more time to run all the way across there.
And that had a decision in the middle of it as well there. The pace of the return was massive.
3-5-1. Second serve.
So Ignatowich goes with, well, we'll call that a drop, but it didn't drop.
It's either a drop or a lob.
Yes.
3-5-2.
A drop. And 5-hole winner for Ben Johns, as Anna Bright can't get the drop down either.
Yeah, normally I like Ignatowich, you know, disconnecting, looking to get all the way in there, but that does put more pressure on the drop of Anna Bright.
That's a big drive from Anna Lee Waters, and they have doubled them up 6-3 here in game 2. Tremendous dig from Bright, but then can't make the next ball.
7-3-1.
That's just really well played from Bright and Ignatowich.
Yeah, they moved really well as a unit there. It took several attacks to finally get through, but they were ultimately able to do it.
Point.
And Ignatowich is doing everything he can to protect Anna Bright on that switch, but that's just too big from Ben Johns. And Johns gets tagged, can't get out of the way there. Little playfulness post point there.
3-8-1. Point.
There's what brought them back again. They dug a big hole here, but then Ignatowich caught fire and almost got them back all the way in game 1. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, and Ben Johns goes for a little too much, and we're at 5-8.
Yeah, sometimes when you're going for that finish cross court, if you hit it at full pace, easy for that ball to carry wide.
This is one of those where if I'm on a good run, and I'm not sure what they're applauding, but good job, James.
5-8-1. Second serve.
Good lead from Anna Lee Waters, because she had the two-hander ready to roll.
Yeah, it was a nice location from Ben Johns, just finding the right hip of Ignatowich. Just caught him just a little bit late on that forehand counter.
And Anna Lee Waters says, I don't care if this one's going out, I'm smoking a clean winner.
Yeah, Anna Bright tried to counterattack, which is a little off the line, lifted it, and that ends up being just too high for the quality of the team on the other side of the net.
Just wide for James Ignatowich as he pogo sticks his way back to his proper position.
Second serve.
A little punchy there.
Yeah, and we've got a little formation change, looks like. Ignatowich is very versatile. He can play both sides as well as Anna Bright.
And can't get it away from Ben Johns there. And again, they get close, and then you look up, and we're at game point, and that is exactly what we are here in game 2 as well. And so they got in so much trouble unwinding the stack, they chose not to do it there, which smart adjustment. Save a game point. They saved 4 of them in game 1. Bad luck off the tape.
Great job by Johns holding that till the last second, seeing if he can get Ignatowich to move one way and then sliding it the other way.
Point.
That goes wide.
6-10-2.
And that is deep.
Timeout, 7.
And there it is again. This is a carbon copy of game number 1. Way behind, save a game point. And in game 1, Waters and Johns called timeout at 10-7 as well. They'll do it again here. And we're going to learn something. It's time for a top court tutorial.
Okay, so there's 2 tips that I'm going to give any beginners that have an issue or a hard time hitting a backhand. Number 1, making sure that contact point is way out in front of their bodies when they hit the ball. And number 2 is making sure that they're staying down through the ball. So when I hit it, I'm not lifting with my legs. I'm staying down in my knees through the ball. You'll notice my position here. If I hold it, thank you. If I hold it, I'm way out in front here with my contact point, and I'm down. Make sure my shoulders are sideways, way out in front, and staying low through the ball.
Well, as a two-handed backhand fan, I love to see that being taught. One of the worst pieces of advice I got when I started, Kyle, was don't hit the two-handed backhand. Hit that backhand out in front. I'm like, I've been doing it since I was 5 years old. I got to do it. And that is the proper technique. And if you've never done it, there's a lot of ways to teach it. What do you tell somebody that's only hit a one-handed backhand to hit a two-handed backhand?
I think if somebody's learning a two-handed backhand for the first time, I actually get them to find their grip, take the right hand off if they're righty, and start just with their left hand to try to train the brain into knowing that that left hand is going to be dominant, then add that right hand to just be along for the ride.
Yeah, it really is a left-handed forehand with a right hand helping you out. So if you can hit a little bit of a left-handed forehand, guess what? You've got a two-handed backhand, righties.
There you go.
Go out and test it out, but wait until we're done today, of course. So I see something going on here with Lee and Anna Lee. Just a little stretching there. A quick look at Lee Waters. Okay.
Forget about the physical toll.
Yes.
You know, when you're playing all 3 finals, chasing those triple crowns consistently, like it takes a toll on the body aside from the skills and the poise and all that they bring to the table.
So we're within 3 here, our Bright and Ignatowich. Oh, and a big cut from Anna Bright goes deep after a great reset. So second chance to close out game 2. And guess what? Anna Bright says, ooh, look who's across court here. Ben Johns is over there. I'm going to get involved in this, and she wins it. Third try. And Anna Bright wins a forehand cross-court dink battle and then a backhand cross-court dink battle with Ben Johns.
I really don't think that's a bad pattern for them with the top spin of Anna Bright's dink. That will be more aggressive than the slice of Ben Johns there. The other thing that formation does is it puts Ignatowich right in front of John, so a little tougher for him to attack freely.
7-10-2.
7-10-2, second chance to chip away.
Point.
And that return is deep.
8-10-2.
Oh, and John slides over and tries to take that, and they have come all the way back within one huge opportunity right here. And a great cross-court dink from Anna Bright, and they have come all the way back. We are tied at 10.
Yeah, and that's the other advantage. When she goes to Johns and keeps him honest, that forces Annalie Waters to go a little more to the middle, and it opens up that angle for that cross-court dink.
10-10, game 2. 2 timeouts used by Waters and Johns. We'll be right back. So after saving a game point down 10-5, they have come all the way back, have Bright and Ignatowich, and we are tied at 10. And Waters and Johns have emptied their 2 timeouts.
Yeah, you got to feel good about where you're at. If you're Bright and Ignatowich, the momentum is with you at the moment. Huge point coming up here, Dave.
10-10-2. I'll recall that.
A little distracted as fans were taking their seats. Oh, and a terrific drop by Ignatowich, but Bright just can't slide it over.
Yeah, she's got that patented 360 every time she makes an error.
I mean, that is a great read from Ignatowich after some elite defense.
Yeah, Annalie Waters played a couple of amazing digs, but took away the available space by jumping the kitchen there.
And we get a missed serve, and we are right back to where we were a second ago, 10-10, but on a 1 now for Bright and Ignatowich. Oh, and a misfire from Ben Johns. And after saving 3 game points earlier in game 2, it is Bright and Ignatowich with their first at 11-10. Oh,
Second serve.
does not roll over for him there. Just misses on the counter. Second try to close out game number 2. And he left the third high, and Annalie Waters made him pay on the backside.
So smart from Waters there. Took some pace off, found the feet as she knew Ignatowich was moving.
Second serve.
And then some risky cuts being taken from the top seed here.
Yeah, this shows me they're just feeling just a hint of pressure to press a little bit with going a little drive heavy here.
And they were just partners in women's doubles, but now they are firing away at each other in mixed, tied at 11.
Yeah, especially when they're lined up head to head. Look for them to take shots at one another.
That does not curl back in. So they do get 1. 4 breadsticks on the board. It's going to take at least 13. And James Ignatowich comes flying in and cracks one at Annalie Waters. And this is their 3rd game point.
11-1.
Oh my, and a missed serve.
Second serve.
Stares at the paddle, of course. We all would do that.
Mentioned that he's been going for more on his serves, carry over from singles, but you do miss serves a little more often when you're aggressive like that.
Man, the crowd is into this as well. 4th try. the speed up from Ben Johns, and after saving 3 game points, Bright and Ignatowich come roaring back and win game 2, 13-11. This is going to go at least 4.
We've got ourselves a heck of a final here, Dave. I'm so excited to see how this one unfolds.
Game 3 will not be the difference maker. This is best of 5. We'll have it for you when we come back. Never give up, folks. Never. Dig in. You never know what can happen if you just keep getting the ball back. And Bright and Ignatowich made that happen in game 2. They just kept hanging in there, and then they were finally able to get ahead, and then they had to take 4 tries to win on their serve. And here we go. Game 3, tied up at 1 game apiece. And Ignatowich brings it across the body of Waters, and her vicious hack, she barely made contact.
Well, that's what I said. He needs to take chances, and it's not always going to work out. Sometimes you'll look a little silly, but if he gets gun shy, it's not going to be the best play for his team.
And the first volume from Anna Lee Waters here is that forehand come right into your screen here. Tags
0-1-1.
Anna Bright. And the middle has had, I'm going with at least 4 problems here for these two today.
Yeah, it's tough because the Waters' best shot is her 2-handed backhand. Ben John's best shot is that forehand back there. So it's both of their strengths. They're just going to have to do a better job of talking.
And you saw they didn't do it there either. So I would be funneling the ball there and make those two, I don't care who they are, they got to communicate, and if they don't, it's going to be a problem.
Well, 100% agree. Keep going there till they fix that.
Oh, there's that one-handed flicker from Ignatowich.
Just see how much pace he can generate there in such a short motion. Tough shot in his arsenal.
And Anna Bright takes another ball off the tape into her body. She was trying to wheel that hand out of the way and couldn't do it.
Yeah, you can see the frustration. She's thinking, how in the world did I get beat again with that speed up?
So Anna Lee Waters comes barreling in herself right here.
1-1-1. Second serve.
Serves deep, so everyone on the court has missed a serve except Anna Bright. I'm sorry, Anna. There is no announcer jinx.
Really smart choice by Ignatowich there, realizing that Ben was in transition, a worse defender than Waters, and he just kept the pressure on him to keep coming up with those tough digs.
Yeah, and some nice height. And Jimmy is got his feet moving the whole time, and that man got off the ground. There is not a trampoline in the court, folks. It just seems like it. Another bird, but it's and there's a nice, honest play by Anna Bright saying, yes, it got the ball back over, but it hit me first.
Not a lot of competitors would instantly stop play, letting everyone know she's playing fair out here.
That is tremendous from Anna Bright again, just firing away at Ben Johns in front of her.
Well, yeah, Waters has been beating Bright with that speed-up cross-court into the body, but that time Bright slid out of the way and got her hands extended for a good counter.
That is beautiful pickleball from Ignatowich.
Showing Ben, say, hey, you're not the only one that can run across this kitchen line and dominate the court. Great play from him. He's going to need to keep to look to be aggressive when he can.
And this is just a couple of heavyweights exchanging blows.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, Dave. They are testing the hand speed out here of each other.
And that's an ambitious shot on the run to go inside out. It's the right spot, but maybe not the right end. You heard.
She thought it was disguised enough, but Johns is just a little too disciplined, I think, for that one to work.
Yeah, you heard Anna say, my fault. Ooh, there's that. Same ball, same location, unfortunately, for Ignatowich.
2-1-1.
Beautiful roll from Ignatowich. Kesage, the corner pocket.
And that's been a big adjustment for them. It was in the second game of doing more of a three-quarter stack and not doing that unwinding of the stack when Anna Bright is returning.
And Anna Lee Waters says, hey, James, that's a cool little shot you hit there. I'm going to do it back to you.
You know, just reminds him to stay on his line a little bit.
And Anna Bright smokes one down the middle, catches the back edge of the line. That was real close on the back one. But again, they've been so smart to make that switch you talked about.
Did they call that good? Okay.
They called that a good, yep.
Point.
Little slider off the tape, handcuffs Anna Lee Waters.
Second serve.
Even off pace behind Ignatowich makes him have to reset his feet and go back.
Yeah, that's a good choice there by Waters, seeing that Ignatowich was leaning hard towards the middle.
And Anna Lee Waters is able to reach out with every last inch of her right arm and finish off that Ernie.
Yeah, that's when you can really complete the plays, when you dink back behind the guy and then show the Ernie to take away the available safe zones.
Second serve. Sorry, point, yes. 4-2-1. Second serve.
A little bit of an epidemic here.
4-2-2. Side out.
So a crawler goes in favor of Bright and Ignatowich. Let's see if they can try and keep this game a little closer. They've had to just dig out of problems. They were able to do it in game two.
Second serve.
Anna Bright had the perfect combo.
Yeah, we talked about she's got to do it once in a while. She set it up so well, really wants that counter back.
That's just outrageously good pickleball all around.
Yeah, Anna Bright did everything she could. She wasn't just resetting, she was changing the direction of her reset. Still not enough to get through.
Full swing to full swing to full swing.
And that's going to work on 90% of the pro guys, but Ignatowich, very tough to attack like we've talked about.
And Anna Lee Waters couldn't even get her feet set to defend that pace. So they keep them at 4.
2-4-1.
Nice job of setting up himself for John's little roll in the middle there, Kyle.
Yeah, he's putting pressure. Even when the ball bounces, he's assessing if anyone's mid-court, he's firing at them and forcing them to block and hit one more solid soft shot just to bring the point to neutral.
Side out.
Just Ben John's doing Ben John's things right now,
Exactly.
Dave.
4-2-1.
Exactly, in the hometown. 4-2 for a little while here.
Point.
And that time, Ignatowich wasn't able to get, he's been doing that weird little punch with the left hand when he gets tied up a little bit, couldn't get there on that one.
Point.
And Ben Johns comes roaring in with the one-handed backhand volley attack, and it is now 6-2.
6-2-1. Second serve. 6-2-2.
Oh, and that's the perfect setup by Anna Bright of those just devastating rolling dinks.
Yeah, and it seems like Ignatowich is still trying to take those borderline, barely attackable balls back across to Johns. I'd rather see him keep the pressure on Waters, especially if she's the one popping it up and still potentially moving.
Good lead for Anna Bright there, but here's the hole again. 7-2 this time.
7-1.
We've seen this before.
We have seen it 3 times.
Point.
And there's a mistake from Johns.
And is this the start of another comeback that we've seen in the first 2 games?
3-7-1.
And that goes deep as well, so scrappy point on both sides. Now 4-7.
Yeah, here they come, Dave. Here they come.
4-7-1.
And you see the head nod and fist pump from Anna Bright, and they have done a very good job of really being cohesive here in this match. So it is Waters and Johns again taking a timeout with a lead. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. If you just tuned in to game 1 or game 2 or game 3, they all look the same except for the outcome. You see 13-11, Bright and Ignatowich were able to complete the comeback. Their mid-comeback here in game number 3.
Second serve.
Yeah, nice penetrating dink there from Waters. Got Bright just a little overextended. Sometimes opponents can be indecisive whether you take it out of the air, take a step back, and play it off the bounce.
And that goes deep, and Ben Johns handed a get-out-of-jail-free card to Anna Lee Waters. She left a dink up, and Ignatowich hammered it, and Johns was there earlier in the point. That's a big moment right there. And that is a unbelievable combination there, and all Anna Bright can do is clap her paddle.
Yeah, it's one thing to be able to reach that poach, but to be able to yank it across your body into the open court, so good.
And another one. So maybe they watched the top court shake and bake tutorial during the timeout.
Yeah, they had that on their phone,
Yes.
obviously, you know.
9-4-1.
And again, now 9-4. And Ignatowich is like, I'm done with this, turns around, and here we go again. They had a 10-4 advantage in game number 1. It took all the way to 11-8. They had a 10-5 advantage in game 2. They lost it 13-11, and we're going to be coming back with a 10-4 game point again. So we've talked about how important returns are. We love outstanding returns, and so does Vent. It's an investment platform working to provide returns through alternative assets. They make it possible for investors big and small to diversify their portfolio with fine wine and rare spirits. That's right, SEC qualified offerings that you can add to your investment portfolio. Learn more. Find out all the details at vent.co. Appreciate Vent being a partner on the PPA Tour. And Kyle, we got the youngsters running around here. It keeps getting a little bit warmer. It is now into the 50s, 52 now, so and sunny. And this center court is packed in with all the great pickleball fans here in the state of Texas. And okay, can they finish off their first opportunity here? 10-4 game point.
Get the sense they're going to be a little more focused here based on what happened in games 1 and 2.
And Ben Johns just goes crazyville, full swing inside out. We are done with game number 3. Thank you very much.
Yeah, again, you kind of got that sense. They didn't want to have any part of another comeback and extending the game out after they saw game 2 slip away. A great showing of poise, concentration, and the #1 team looking like the #1 team.
So Waters and Johns have 11 3 times, but they haven't won the 3 out of 5. They're going to have to do it in 4. We'll be right back with game number 4 after this. Oh, background was still moving, so we got that killed. That, if that's moving, you just simply cannot focus at all. You see a lot of movement. We're going to get a good ball after the hijinks there in between.
Yeah, if you're Brighton Ignatowich, I mean, great job making some comebacks in the first couple of games, but you don't want to put yourself in that position. That's really important for them to start strong here, potentially have a little bit of a lead if they want to extend this match.
Side out.
Big drive from the loser of our 3rd drop competition, Annalie Waters. Didn't get it into the trophy.
That's why she went with the drive.
Exactly. That's just a great ball behind Ben Johns from a tough angle from Ignatowich. Good start for them.
Yeah, they haven't done that much, and you saw how heavily Johns was leaning towards the middle.
You can see the sun in his eyes. He's still firing away.
Second serve.
It's nice that we can say someone's got the sun in their eyes. We've had very cloudy and in some cases wet conditions here in Austin.
Side out. 0-1-1. Point. 1-1-1.
So they stick with Anna Bright staying over there on a return on odd. And that's a beautiful shot from Ben Johns.
Yeah, not just leaning in, but finding that tunnel where he knows Ignatowich is going to be vulnerable.
And Ignatowich gets tagged on the dink that is up, and you can hear Anna Bright. It's good coaching to anybody. Make it bounce.
Make it bounce.
3-1-1.
I like it.
And that stays in after some crazy defense from Annalie Waters and Ben Johns. A rolling two-handed winner from James Ignatowich.
Yeah, she tries to jump the kitchen and has to resort to a dink, but does it beautifully.
That sails wide. Nice hammer from Bright after she got the ball off the tape.
1-3-1.
Goes there again.
Yeah, if she is going to attack a spot on the Ben John's body, I like it right into the body. Take your chances with that backhand counter, especially when he's trying to decide between one or two hands.
Just deep from Annalie Waters. Great scamper from Bright there, tied at 3.
Yeah, she had Ignatowich leaning, would have worked, but again, just a little too much pace.
Just a tremendous point on both sides. Offense to defense and back the other way. Ben Johns gets the last swing.
Yeah, but ultimately it's the Annalie Waters speed up again, cross court into the body of Anna Bright, handcuffs her, and her partner puts it away.
Anna Bright went for that same pattern. Did get a good look at a ball from Ben Johns coming back to her. Just slammed it deep. And you heard the grunt on that two-handed backhand, and they get away with another return in the middle where there just wasn't clarity on who was going to take the ball. This team's like 1,002 in their record. There it is again.
Again, we mentioned that when they're in that formation, the middle is each of their strengths. So I think they're, both alpha players, they want to hit balls out there. And for now, it seems like Waters who's sliding in there and taking a lot of those.
Oh, Ignatowich was in great position there, but couldn't get on top of that one. 5-3 Waters and Johns.
Receivers 5-3-2.
So we got Ignatowich and Bright taking a timeout here. We will take a timeout as well. Great mixed doubles action here on Championship Sunday on the Carvana PPA Tour. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for watching the best pickleball on the planet. Annalie Waters serving up 2 in game 4. And there it is again. And Ignatowich frustrated with himself, leaving it up. And Annalie Waters doesn't let you get away with anything.
Yeah, again, just hammering that into the body of Anna Bright. Been very successful when she's found that location.
And that goes off the tape and stays in, and 7-3 now, Waters and Johns. Waters and Johns are not done for the day after this match. They'll both play again. Ignatowich and Bright are. And look at that absolute disgust. And Anna Bright just looks over and goes, all right, I'm going to clap my paddle on that one. Come on.
To hit a fast, sharp angle dink on a half volley is just, it's beyond my skill set.
It was behind her. It's behind it's beyond everyone's skill set. Don't put yourself in a small box there.
Goodness. That was amazing.
Okay, well, guess what? They're down big in a game again.
3-8-1.
Okay.
All right. They know what to do. Can they bring the magic one more time?
Well, Ben definitely played a ball that was going to hit the Baird logo on the video board, but hey.
5-8-1.
here we go, 5-8. Oh, and Anna Bright's just got way too many souvenirs on her body. Gets tagged in the right leg this time on the ATP.
Yeah, expecting that Johns is in trouble, thinking he's going to have to try to reset it upper line, but he had enough to pull that around the post.
Side out.
And there have been very few dink errors. That's a tough time for one of the few for Anna Bright. And then when it's going against you.
Yeah, unlucky. Anna Bright stepping back for the apex of the shot and keep it in front of her, but Tape had other plans.
And that's terrific movement of dinks. And we are at championship point for Anna Leigh Waters and Ben Johns. And Bright and Ignatowich are not going to take their timeouts home. So every game they've been up early. What have Johns and Waters been able to do to have this type of an opportunity to win this match against two players that are playing super on the other side?
Well, I think Waters has this ability specifically when she's frustrated, not playing her best. Rather than crawl into a shell, she gets even more bold and kind of finds her game through, at times, less calculated aggression. She has so much ability, she's able to get away with it. I think that cross-court attack right into the body of Anna Bright has been a difference maker. Bright hasn't been able to really settle in and get comfortable in those dink exchanges, moving the ball around, because at any moment, boom, you're on defense and you got to have your hands ready.
She is settled in and looks very comfortable sitting on the bench there, though, so not too stressed there as she's going to be staring down a match point against. And it's just wild how these days she's playing and holding trophies up with Anna Leigh Waters 1 minute, and then she's getting belted by her in the next.
It's
so
what's
here,
unique and great about pickleball,
yep.
right?
So here we go. Championship point. And it is Ben that gets clocked here.
We've seen that a couple times from Waters when they've got game point, showing a little more variety with the lob. I think that's the first time it hasn't worked for her that I've seen.
And incredible defense from Anna Leigh Waters, and put 2 crowns on each of their heads. Ben Johns, Anna Leigh Waters, best in the business, had to really play well. Ignatowich and Bright pushed them. That's a great silver medal for that team.
Yeah, absolutely. Haven't played many tournaments together yet. They're planning on playing the whole year. This was a great showing for them. Not only did they make it to the dance, they really pushed Waters and Johns here. Expect to see that team a heck of a lot more on Sundays.
So the 1 seed is your winner, and they both now have a shot at the Triple Crown. We could have a double triple today, but there's a lot of people that have an opinion on that. So we will get a trophy ready, and we will be back with the winners after this. Welcome back, everybody. A very entertaining mixed doubles match. We will throw it down to Hannah Johns standing by with our winners, Anna Leigh Waters and Ben Johns.
Welcome back to Championship Court, everyone, where we have just locked up our 3rd title of the day. Anna Leigh Waters, Ben Johns. Guys, congratulations. That was an amazing match. Your opponents came out absolutely firing, and they were able to take game 2. What did you discuss moving into game 3?
Yeah, I mean, they're a new matchup. We haven't ever played them together. I think we both played them separately, but never together, and obviously they have great chemistry on and off the court. But yeah, no, it was just a really fun match. They both play really aggressive, so I think it was really fun for the fans to get to watch, tons of hands battles. But overall, I think me and Ben just kind of, forgot about that second game and moved forward.
Well, as you mentioned, they're new faces to see in a final together. What are some names of some pros who have really impressed you over the last year or so working their way up through the game?
Putting me on the spot here, but definitely those two. I definitely like both their games as soon as I saw them. Just a lot to be said for both their games. The guy I played in singles, Federico, another new one that's really good, and a number of people on the women's side, maybe Etta Wright. So there's a ton of really great players coming up, and it's really great for pickleball. Love to see it, love to play against new people, and I think the crowds do too.
Well, a second set of titles for you now. We're going to move on. You get to play your last match later on today. What are you going to do in that matchup?
I just want to say one thing. The monkey's off my back and mommy's home, James. Other than that, I'm looking forward to playing Catherine. Obviously, I lost to her at the last tournament, so I'm coming for revenge. Just get a good warm-up in and come out strong.
Love it, guys. Congratulations. It's time for the trophy. James Hignett from Invited Clubs is coming on court now to present that to you. James.
Yeah, thank you, Hannah. On behalf of Invited Clubs and the Hills Country Club, thank you to everyone for seeing this amazing pickleball on display. Definitely best match of the day. Congratulations to all 4 finalists, especially our 2023 mixed doubles ONIX Austin Showdown champions, Annalie Waters and Ben Johns. Congratulations.
Congrats, guys.
Let's see if we can get them both to sign a couple of these